James Evans.
Thank you, Deputy Presiding Officer. I just want to set out that the Welsh Conservatives will be having a free vote on this matter. But let me be absolutely clear from the outset, I support sensible, proportionate regulations that protects children and helps adult smokers move away from cigarettes. That's why I'm not opposed to vaping as a harm reduction tool. For many adults, vaping has become the route to move away from smoking, and that must not be undermined. But they have also done some serious damage, vapes have, in terms of our children and the increase in youth vaping. And that is something which I do support in the bill as measures around that. But I do have serious concerns about the generational smoking ban and the potential creation of a two-tiered system across Wales. And I do think it is taking away people's personal responsibilities. I do want to agree, I said, on the vaping elements. I agree about the elements on licensing and advertising. They should be put away as same as cigarettes are. They shouldn't be up on the counter with everything else. I agree with them stop being distributed for free to young people and to adults to try and get them to try them. I do agree with that. And I agree that we need to close the loopholes to stop some of these companies getting around those legislation. I think that is very important. But I think one of the biggest problems and things we need to address, a part of this, is actually the way that vapes are advertised. Most of them, as we know, are advertised with Coca-Cola flavour, gummy bear flavour, Haribo flavour, and they appeal to young people. They have cartoon imagery on them. They're designed in the style of toys. They have confectionery branding and sweets. And they are youth-orientated in terms of their descriptions. And I think if we are very serious about solving that, that is a key element which needs to stop. A thing of mine, which I think is very important, they should mimic tobacco. If you can only get tobacco or menthol cigarettes, that should all be available in vapes. Nothing else should be wider, because I think if you are trying to move people off cigarettes, why should you be offering a wider variety of flavours? You should stick to what you want. But I do want to talk as well about, I think, the troubling part of the ban, which is the generational smoking ban. I do think this is state overreach, and I don't think it is going to deal with the root cause of the problem. It is going to create a two-tiered system. And I do think if the test is pressure on the NHS for banning things, what should we ban next? Should we ban fast food? Should we ban alcohol? Should we ban sugar? Yeah, everything. Yeah, let's ban everything, because everything creates pressure on the NHS, and I think that is a problem. But we cannot start banning things because it puts pressure on the NHS. We are a country that believes in personal responsibility. And I think with personal responsibility, people should make those informed choices themselves. I do not think it is the job of the state to do that. What it isn't right for the government to do is put out there, making people have those informed choices, providing what is right, what is wrong, but what's unhealthy, what is right, because I think that's what we should be doing. We shouldn't be saying we're banning something. We should be saying, this is what the harms it can cause to you as government. This is how we will help you come off smoking, but banning it is not the way to do it. And I think the National Trading Standards put it right as well, that they don't think they can enforce this bill. It's not something, the money that's coming down is not going to scratch the surface. And when we have laws currently in place to prevent cigarettes and vapes being sold to young people, that should be being enforced, not bringing in laws that aren't properly, we've got the resources behind it, which means the Trade and Standards Department across Wales cannot enforce this. So it's a law that's designed to help people that isn't going to do anything, because nobody's going to be able to go out and test it to make sure it's not happening. So on a personal level, I will not be supporting this LCM, because I do not agree with the generational smoking ban element of it. I'd encourage others to vote against this LCM and send a clear message to people that we are pro-personal responsibility. People should be able to make their own choices, and the job of government is to be there to make people aware, I've said, of the harms of smoking, but not to take away their personal freedom. So that is why I will not be supporting this LCM today.